Although you can type to your heart's content in Dreamweaver, chances are that most of the copy you work with will be created by you or another person in a program other than Dreamweaver. Getting text from those documents and into Dreamweaver is a fairly straightforward process, but like most processes in Dreamweaver, there are some options that you really need to know about to make the most of your workflow. Let's examine your options one by one. Well, here we have the journal_start.htm page, and this is open from the 0504 folder. I'm also going to go ahead and open up the josh_journal.doc. It's a Word file, and you can find that in the assets folder of the 0504 directory. So here we have our Josh Journal document. I'm going to go ahead and do a Control-A, Control-C. So that's going to select all, copy all, and that would be Command-A, Command-C on the Mac. And let's switch back to Dreamweaver. Back in Dreamweaver, I'm just going to go to Edit and choose Paste. We got all of our text, but we weren't prompted for any options. It just dropped the text in here. You'll notice that there's no paragraphs, there's no headings, it's just text. This is often going to take more work to reformat this than to just retype it. Let's see if we have some options, and indeed, we do have some options. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that, and I'm going to go to Edit and choose Preferences. Now on the Mac, you'd go to Dreamweaver Preferences, and let's go to the Copy Paste category. You can find that about halfway down. We notice our settings were set to text only, and that's why we got text with absolutely no structure. Let's take a look at some of our other options here. We have text with structure, which will bring in paragraphs, lists, and tables. We have text with structure that will also bring in basic formatting like bold and italic. And then we have text with structure plus full formatting, and that's going to bring in any local formatting plus styles that were built in Word as well. Well, let's try that. So I'm going to go ahead and select text with structure plus full formatting and click OK. I'm going to take the same text and paste it again. This time, hey, look at this. I'm getting all my formatting and everything looks just great. Thing is I might actually have too much information. If you notice over in my styles panel, I have a paragraph who has the MSO normal and a paragraph with the head to style, and that's not really what I want at all. So I'm going to undo that and change my formatting options. Let's go back to Josh Journal, and in the Word document, I'm going to worry more about structure than I am presentation. If you're creating a document in Word with the idea of bringing it into Dreamweaver, don't worry so much about what the text looks like, worry about how it's structured. I'm going to click inside these little subheadings, and instead of using the formatting that they've already got applied to them, I'm going to choose the Heading To format. Now the reason I'm doing that is that underneath the Word document, this is applying a structure to them. Dreamweaver is going to recognize this structure, and it's going to go ahead and assign a Head To tag to these. The default styles in Word do a nice job of structuring the content. Dreamweaver can interpret that structure. I'm going to go ahead and select all of this again, copy it again, and move back into Dreamweaver. Here, I need to revisit my preferences one more time. Inside my preferences, I'm going to choose text with structure plus just the basic formatting. I don't want to bring any word-specific styles. I want to retain the structure of the page plus any local formatting like bold and italic that may have been applied. We'll go ahead and click OK, and now let's paste our text again. That looks a lot better. Notice that we do have some italicized text that came over from Word. We even have some bold text that came over it, but I want to pay more attention to the structure. Notice that we have heading 1s, heading 2s, and paragraphs. That means the structure was retained as well as the text, and that makes it a lot easier for me to style this text and bring it into the existing page structure. This method of copying and pasting text into Dreamweaver might be all that you ever need, but there is another way to get Word documents into Dreamweaver, and we're going to take a look at that in our next movie.